scams down here that I didn't even think about. So when I first moved down here, that was low-key very dangerous. I feel like it's been easy to find a job because everybody's hiring, because like I said, there are so many restaurants.
Choose your fighter. Fight. Knockout. You win.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. My name is Courtney, but I go by YoungandKinky here on YouTube, and if you is new here, welcome to the family. If you is not new here, welcome back. How was you doing? I done missed you. Hope you are still staying safe out here in these streets, okay? So today's video is gonna be pros and cons of moving to Atlanta. Now, I've been living here for just shy of like 2 years, so I think I can give you some pros and some cons about living here. But before we jump into today's video, I do want to go ahead and ask you to smash that red subscribe button down below, show your girls some love, and don't forget to follow me on social media at YoungandKinky, because let's be friends, duh. And I know that there are 1,000 different ways that you could be spending your time today, but I do want to thank you for spending a little bit of it with me, so thank you. All right, let's go ahead and jump into today's video. Okay, so we are gonna start with the pros. We're gonna start with all the good stuff. Or should we start with the cons? Let's start with the cons. Okay, so con number one. This is fucking scammer central. Like, I am not exaggerating when I say it's scams down here that I didn't even think about. So when I first moved down here, I was doing DoorDash. And of course, I did it every single day because it was my full-time job. I had to get gas every single day. So why I went to go get gas one time, and I'm not even sure where it happened at. I'm sitting at home chilling, you know, minding my black business. And I get a text from my bank saying, "Are you trying to get gas at Wawa right now?" And I was like, there aren't any Wawas in the state of Georgia, so I'm not sure how that's possible. So I'm like freaking out, like, did somebody get my fucking debit card? Is this even a real message from the bank? Like, what's going on? So my bank called me. They was like, yeah, we put a stop to it. It froze my debit card. They did end up reversing the charge. Shout out to my bank. I love y'all. Shout out to my credit union, actually. They were really good about it. But like, that was so scary. Like, now I go inside to pay for my gas, which is so, can you stop? You stop. It's so fucking annoying because I would just pay at the pump, like just put my card in, keep that shit pushing. But now I gotta go inside, talk to the people. Like, it's so annoying, but it is something that I definitely don't mind doing now, because I would rather go inside and be inconvenienced just a little bit when I get gas versus having to get a whole new debit card every 2 fucking days. Like, that shit was crazy. And I also know that a lot of people, they just keep their debit cards frozen. Also, another scam. They're playing right by my feet. Like, why? What are you doing? Another scam that people was doing, excuse my crazy children in the background, they pop in the video. Another scam was a tattoo. Like, I wanted to get a tattoo, and I was like, okay, let me find a nice little artist down here. So I'm on Instagram. Now, I should have known it was a scam in hindsight, because it was like $75 tattoos or some shit like that, I think. So I should have known that it was a scam, but the Instagram page looked so legit. Like, videos, pictures, like, it looked so legit. People comment under it, like, it looked so legit. Like, I do not fall for stupid shit. Like, I wake up pretty early in the morning to pull one over on me, because I am not stupid. I feel like a lot of shit is just common sense. But so the man, basically the scam is they'll ask you to send a deposit and then they'll ghost you. Like, there is no service, like, you don't, like, nothing. They're just taking money and run. So I ended up asking him, like, for the address, because I was like, I only had cash, because, you know, I get cash from a waitress, so I didn't have no money on my card, so I was like, I'm gonna bring the money to you. Plus, I want to check out the place that you're working at anyway. So this idiot gave me an actual address, so okay, come here, drop off the money. So I go, and I'm just lost, because I'm just like, there is no tattoo shop anywhere near here. Like, there aren't even a house, isn't even a house or an apartment. But in the videos, he was doing it in a shop. So I'm just like, what the fuck is going on? Like, so I'm driving around, like, just looking crazy. So I finally find the actual address that he sent me. I go in there and I'm like, is there a tattoo shop around here anywhere? It was like, no, I'm sorry, you got scammed. That's a scam. And I was like, how is it a scam when he sent me an address? So I'm thinking it's because it was an apartment building. I'm thinking he wanted the apartments or something, but I'm just like, you know what? Or it was like an office inside of that building, but I got scammed. And in hindsight, that was actually really dangerous, because they could have been trying to set me up to do God knows what to me if I would have went to some undisclosed location that nobody knew where I was, because I'm thinking I'm just going to pay a deposit for a service. So I ended up finding a legit tattoo artist. So if you're looking for one, I can recommend you one in Atlanta. But just really be careful. Try to only go to people. That's something that you should just use your word of mouth for. Just asking people like, hey, do you know where I can get a tattoo at? Because honey, that was low-key very dangerous. So the scammers out here are definitely popping. So just be careful about who you get your money to, services that you're paying for. Just be very careful about that, because these scammers out here are popping. Con number 2, and I don't want to sound like an asshole when I say this, but there are a lot of homeless people. And it bothers me in the sense of I hate going outside and seeing so many people going without. Like, it's freezing cold outside, they don't have nowhere to go, and there's nothing that I can do about it. I can help, I can volunteer, I can donate, but at the end of the day, it is such a bad problem here. I never see so many homeless people. Like, it'll literally be camps of people just set up outside. I'm just like, it breaks my heart. Like, it really does. There are a lot of homeless people out here, and I just feel like that's a con, because I don't mean to sound ignorant, like, oh well, if just like get them out of sight, it's out of mind. I'm just saying it's a big problem here, and honestly, that's something that I definitely want to look into, seeing how I can help, because that shit is just, it's so many. Even people who you don't think will be homeless are homeless. Like, that's another thing about this, a con about these homeless people. It's a lot of hobosexuals out here. And I said that right. Homosexuals. It's a lot of bum ass niggas and bitches out here who will try to talk to you, and they'll love bomb you and make you feel all special, stuff like that, just because they need somewhere to say. I was literally walking down the street one time, and this guy was like, you got a couple dollars you can spare? And I was like, no, I'm sorry. So I kept walking. He was like, oh well, can I have your number there? And I was no, you can't. Absolutely not. Like, this other guy, me and him, we barely knew each other. Like, we worked in the same building. We didn't work together, but we worked in the same building, same office building. We was like, oh, okay. Like, we was just chopping it up, because they were always coming to my office, or the place where I worked at, and he would always like talk to me, and he was real nice, real cool. So we smoked together one time. After that one time we smoked together, nothing else happened. Promise you, we just smoked. After that one time, he was like, think I can slide you a couple $100 and then I can come stay with you? If it's nothing else, it's the audacity for me, because no the fuck you can't. Like, what the fuck? Like, no, because then they're gonna move in with you, then it's gonna be really hard to get them to leave. Like, no. I'm sorry that the sun is going down. I'm trying to fight daylight and hurry up, get this video out for the sun completely go down. So let's keep this shit pushing. Con number 3. This is one big fashion show down here in Atlanta. That's one thing I noticed. Everybody is trying to keep up with the Joneses. Everybody want to look good, because honestly, you never know. Like, it be celebrities everywhere. Like, I've seen, not anybody I know, and not anybody major, but like, you know, little small celebrities, B-list celebrities. You can see them anywhere. Literally at Chick-fil-A, at fucking the mall, at Walmart. You can walk down the street, you can see them anywhere. So I feel like a lot of people always trying to be like, I don't know, like, it's a big popularity contest. Like, oh, I'm lit, or I'm known, or like, people will really be like, oh, you don't know who I am? No, I don't, and I don't care to. Like, please get the fuck out of my face. Like, it's one big popularity contest. So I would say just be careful coming down here. Don't get caught up in all of that shit. If you want to go be out in the clubs and partying to be on the scene, then do that. But that don't mean that you gotta try to make yourself better than other people just because, I don't know, it just be some weird shit. People just, they head be so big. I don't want a motherfucker have a few followers on Instagram, then they be thinking they motherfucking Beyonce or some shit like that. Con number 5, the cost of living. In my opinion, in comparison to where I used to live back in Virginia, down here is very expensive for what you get. Like, my 1-bedroom apartment I'm in right now, if you want to go see a tour there, see how big it is, just to get a gauge about, because the other places that I did look at were about to say, they were all about $1,200. So I will link those videos in the card above my head, clicking one of those corners there to go see my apartment tour, and then the apartments that I toured around Atlanta, because I did tour some empty apartments. The prices were all about $1,200, and it's all for a 1-bedroom. I think that maybe if you go out further into the country, you might have been able to find like a better apartment for more space for your money, but I don't even know how many square feet I got. I'll try and like flash on the screen here, but I feel like $1,200 is a lot. Because I just knew I was gonna get me a little $800-900 apartment, little 1 or 2 bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Decent neighborhood. Oh no, because baby, I was in the ghetto. Those apartments that I toured was in the ghetto, and they was still about $1,200. So the cost of living here is kind of expensive, in my opinion. Number 5, the roads here are fucking terrible, as are the drivers. Like, I hate when people go somewhere like, people can't drive out here. People can't drive. I hate when people say that, but I'm dead at. It's not that they can't drive. They just drive so reckless, running red lights. They be doing like 100, at least 100. Cause I be on the interstate, I be going like 80, like speeding. Nigga will zoom by me, and I'm like, it's no way he going anything less than 100. He gotta be going at least 100, 120 right now. Like, they be I don't know why they speed, like, cause I go back home and I be driving in Virginia and I'm just like, I gotta slow the fuck down, cause going 70 is pushing it in Virginia, child. Like, baby, that's reckless driving. I almost got me one of them tickets. Like, we ain't finna do that. That shit, they just, oh my God, the drivers down here are just so fucking terrible. Like, I can't put it no other way. The roads here are fucking awful. My first month here, I got 2 flat tires. It be potholes the size of fucking Texas in places that they shouldn't even be. It be potholes everywhere in parking lots, just not even in the road. Why is it a massive pothole in the parking lot? Like, how did it get there? I'm not understanding what's going on here. Like, literally, I be having my Waze app on. If you don't got Waze, you definitely download it because it will tell you where potholes are coming. Because they don't just be a little pothole, a little bump. You know what I'm saying? No, bitch, you will get a new set of tires about every 3 to 6 months around this motherfucker, because oh my God, the roads are so fucking terrible. So just be careful about that, and definitely be careful, because people drive really reckless here. Like, really, it's actually quite dangerous. Like, they be running red lights. I be at a stoplight on no turn on red, they be honking for me to go, and I'm just like, they would really run that shit on no turn on red. I don't know if tickets just aren't a thing down this motherfucker, but I ain't doing that. So y'all be careful when y'all on the roads, okay? And the very last con is the crime rate. I can't personally say, other than having my debit card scammed and of course a tattoo scam, I can't really say that I've been a victim of any type of crime down here, knock on wood. I think somebody was in my car. No, that wasn't here, that was in Virginia. Yeah, other than that, I can't really say I've been a part of any crime. I heard gunshots a couple times in my neighborhood, but I just know that the crime rate here is really high. And that was one thing that my family was worried about coming down here. Like, they got their own little homicide show, y'all. They got their own little First 48 or some shit like that down here. Like, this city has a very high crime rate. So I definitely keep my head on a swivel, and I always make sure I'm aware of my surroundings. I always, for years, somebody has my location. Somebody has my location. My best friend, my boyfriend, somebody always has my location. Like, somebody has to have my location at all times. Like, that is not negotiable. So I would advise you, because a lot of people seem to not know about this feature, you can set up an emergency contact in your phone so that, God forbid, something happened to you, and the EMTs or the police to contact your emergency contacts, they can do it without having to unlock your phone, which is illegal for them to do. So just go to your health ID thingy, search health, and then go to your medical ID. Or just Google how to set up emergency contacts in iPhone. That is a lifesaver. I recently had somebody get into an accident and they had to SOS me, because you know when you click the side of your phone real fast and it calls the police, it'll also send out a text message to your emergency contacts. Please set that up. Like, it's free. There's no reason to not set it up. Nobody plans to have an accident. Nobody plans to be in an emergency situation, but sometimes shit just happens. Let's move on to some pros. Pro number 1, it is very diverse here. Like, I love it. I don't really care for being in like all white neighborhoods or all black neighborhoods. I like to see people of all different colors when I walk out of my door when I go to the grocery store. And the particular neighborhood that I live out right now, it is so diverse. Like, it's not all ghetto and, you know what I'm saying, run down and shit, but it's also not so bougie that I feel out of place here. Like, it's just really diverse in Atlanta in general. Pro number 2, there will always be something to do. They have well, I'm sure pre-COVID, because for me personally, I haven't really got to experience any of like the festivals and carnivals and stuff because it's been shut down since I've been here. I'm hoping that this summer more things will be open, since, you know, everybody's getting the vaccine and stuff like that. And I don't know if the COVID cases are going down. Nobody's really talking about it anymore, so maybe they are, but everything is kind of getting back to a new normal. So I'm hoping to get to more, especially, I cannot wait to Pride Month. Ooh. I cannot fucking wait. But there's always something to do. There's always a club to go to. The club be open till like 6 o'clock in the morning. Like, it is always gonna be something to do. They be having day parties, again, the festivals, and like just anything. Like, it's always something to do around here. My black ass work 3 jobs, so I don't really have time to explore and like go out and have fun. But there are so many different restaurants, so many different cultures. Like, it is so much to do around here. Like, you will never get bored. Pro number 3, there is black people everywhere. And I love to see it, because it's not just a bunch of black people, you know what I'm saying, just loitering and, you know what I'm saying, doing all this extra shit. No, it's black excellence, boo-boo. You see bosses, you see people with their own businesses. They be pushing really nice cars, and they might go back to the popularity contest thing, and they might just be leasing their car, but they got that motherfucker. Like, you'll see just black excellence everywhere, and I just fuck with it so heavy. Like, black CEOs, black people and they having their little business meetings and stuff like that. Like, just doing really good for themselves. Like, black families, black love. Like, it's just, oh, I love it. Pro number 4, the outdoors, like the nature around here is so beautiful. Like, it is so beautiful. I love to go hiking, and I like to just explore nature and stuff like that. Not alone and not all the time. Hello. But I went hiking at a couple different places, and oh my god, if you were into that, it's the most beautiful thing in the world. I haven't really been to the parks here because going back to that crime thing, it was so funny because I was gonna go to the park to take some pictures. I think it was Piedmont Park or something like that, and I'm googling like where it is, and it was an article that came up that some man, I guess he had stabbed a lady and her dog, and I was like, I'm not going to that part, but I know that there are a lot of different outdoorsy places. Even the downtown area where I stay at right now, it's a beautiful square with like just this beautiful outdoorsy. It is just gorgeous out here, like especially the outdoor area. That hike that I went to, I'll try to insert a clip right here about me going to that hike. The lake was beautiful. Even down the street from my house, it's another hiking trail with a lake. Oh my, it is just so gorgeous, and I cannot wait for the weather to warm back up so I can get back to hiking. Also, Stone Mountain is a really good place to go. I went there once. That shit was the hardest hike I've ever done. I know some people was just running up that motherfucker. That was the hardest hike I've ever done, but it was so worth it at the top of that motherfucking mountain. So number 5 is, I feel like, in my opinion, that it's relatively easy to find a job here in Atlanta. I feel like, especially now during COVID, I don't know, COVID just fucked everything up, but I don't know if it is just because of COVID. I feel like it's been easy to find a job because everybody's tired, because like I said, there are so many restaurants, speaking in the food service industry, because that's what I've been doing for the past 11 years. So I feel like it's relatively easy to find a job down here, or there are a lot of jobs available down here if you're willing to work. Food service, restaurants, hotels, anywhere, and they paying really decent wages too. Like fast food places paying like $15, $16, $17 an hour. Like you just gotta find it. Like you just gotta look, get on Indeed, get on Craigslist. Be careful about Craigslist, but get on Craigslist, Indeed. Just Google some stuff. Get on Instagram, search hashtag ATL jobs or hashtag ATL now hiring, ATL hiring, some shit like that. If you're trying to get into the night service, like dancing, or there's Facebook groups for that, or bottle service, waitress and bottle girl, stuff like that, get on Instagram. There are a couple of different Instagram pages that will literally tell you when people are having open calls, so check that out. This is kind of a pro and a con, because I feel like public transportation around here can be kind of hit or miss. It's more miss than hit, because a lot of times the train or the bus won't show up, or it'll be hella late, or it'll skip one and go to the next one when that one was supposed to take you to work on time. Like, it is a lot. Or sometimes the hours will be really weird and they stop. Like, it can be annoying sometimes, but I feel like the public transportation, MARTA, it goes everywhere. Like, my job is 2 hours on public transportation to get there, but it's only like two trains and a bus and a lift to get there. But it's good transportation. I feel like it's very affordable too. Just get you a little breeze pass. You just reload it. I spend maybe like $20 to $30 a week on my little breeze pass, which is very cheap in comparison to filling the tank up and stuff like that. And I just feel like the public transportation around here it could be better, but it's good for what it is. Like, if you need to get from point A to point B, it is very simple to get there. Like, just open the map, go to marta.com, type in where you are, type in where you need to be. They have hella apps for that. The Transit app is really good. The Marta on the Go app, I don't like that app, but people say it's good. Maybe I'm just not using it right. But I feel like the public transportation here is pretty decent. For the most part, as of lately, they actually been showing up on time. Like, buses and the trains been showing up on time, and they are working on it right now to improve them. So if you don't have a car and you do have to be on public transportation, then that kind of is appropriate. My last pro is that Atlanta is a great place for entrepreneurs. One of the main reasons why I chose to move down here to Atlanta was because of the Black excellence. Like I said, it's the Black excellence, it's the Black bosses, the Black entrepreneurs. I just really felt like it would benefit me in the best way possible to be around other people who had a good mindset like I did. Like, working your ass off, you're getting out the mud, but you're trying to have more, you want better. There's so many pop-up shops and black owned businesses down here, and entrepreneurs, Black female entrepreneurs doing the goddamn thing. Like, that is my favorite part about being down here. This is a city of fucking hustlers, like, literally. Like, everybody is on a different hustle, whether it's music, clothes, fashion, food, restaurants, trading, investing, e-commerce. It's so many different ways that people be making their money down here, like legit money, not them fucking scammers, that it is just so inspiring and motivating. And actually, Atlanta is one of the top 20 cities in the country for entrepreneurs. Think about that shit. In the whole country, this is like top 20. period. Okay, so that is gonna wrap it up for today's pros and cons about moving to Atlanta. I hope I clarified some stuff for you if you're kind of on the fence about moving here. If you have any questions, feel free to slide in my DMs at YoungandKinky, or you can leave a comment down below and I will respond to you. But thank you all so much for watching today's video, and I will see y'all next Thursday at 4 p.m. Okay, bye.